All right, let's talk about something pretty much everyone loves, pasta. It seems so simple, right? But believe me, when you start digging into its history, the science behind it, and all the rules from making it just right, well, it's packed with some seriously cool and surprising stuff. So let me start with a quick question for you. When you think pasta, what country pops into your head? I'm gonna bet you have an answer right away. But what if I told you the story we all think we know isn't quite the whole picture?
Yep, you heard that right. Now, don't get me wrong, Italy is absolutely the heart of the pasta universe. They perfected it, they made it a global icon, but the actual origins of pasta go back way, way before that. It's honestly one of the biggest myths in the entire food world.
Okay, so let's start at the very beginning and unravel this delicious and kinda tangled history. It turns out, things that look a lot like pasta have been around for over 2,000 years. We even have records of ancient Romans chowing down on something similar. And that whole story about Marco Polo bringing noodles back from China? Yeah, historians are pretty sure that's just a fun story, a myth. But maybe the craziest part? The tomato sauce we all love with our pasta didn't become a thing until the 1700s. For centuries, Europeans were actually suspicious of tomatoes. Can you imagine?
But it's not all about history. To really get pasta, you have to get the science behind it. Like, what is it actually made of? And why on earth are there so many different shapes?
Well, the secret is all in the flour. Real traditional pasta is made from something called durum wheat semolina. This isn't your regular all-purpose flour. It's super high in protein, which gives the pasta that perfect, firm, slightly chewy texture that we all love, the kind that can stand up to a good sauce. And from that one simple dough, you get this explosion of creativity. We're talking more than 350 different, distinct shapes of pasta out there in the world. 350. That's just wild when you think about it. It's not just food, it's art. And a bit of engineering. Of course, you know the big ones. You've got your classic spaghetti, your go-to penne tubes, the twisty fusilli that's amazing at catching sauce, and those cute little farfalle bow ties. But seriously, that's just scratching the surface. Every single one of those 350 shapes has a job to do.
And all that variety is a huge reason why pasta is a total global superstar. So let's look at some of the numbers, because they really show how much the world loves this stuff.
I mean, it's so beloved, it even has its own international holiday. So if you're a real pasta fan, go ahead and mark October 25th on your calendar. That's World Pasta Day.
And if you want to see some real pasta devotion, just look at Italy. The average Italian eats about 23 kilograms of pasta a year. To put that in perspective for you, that is over 50 pounds per person. That's almost a pound of pasta every single week. Now that's commitment.
Okay, so this brings us to the really important stuff. With all these shapes and all this history, how do you actually make the perfect plate of pasta at home? Well, the secret is all in the pairing.
Here's the golden rule, and it's super simple but so important. Long, skinny pastas like spaghetti are great for lighter, thinner sauces. Think olive oil or cream sauces that can coat every strand. But those short, chunky shapes like penne with all their little ridges and holes, they are literally designed to grab onto thick, hearty sauces. And no matter what shape or sauce you choose, the goal is always the same. You want it al dente. It's Italian for to the tooth, and it means the pasta is cooked through, but still has a little bit of a firm bite to it. It's the absolute opposite of that soft, mushy stuff. So, when you boil it all down, pasta's appeal is just universal, isn't it? It's loved because it's simple, you can do almost anything with it, and, of course, there's that amazing comfort factor. It's one of those foods that just feels like a hug, no matter where in the world you are.
So I'll just leave you with this thought. Knowing there are literally hundreds of pasta shapes out there, each with its own little story and purpose, what's going to be in your next bowl? What new pasta adventure are you going to try?